It's a kind of achievement for me, you know. It's an adventure that I can overcome my fear if you want. Dakar is the most grueling race in the world. Everybody wants to compete in Dakar, and it's really difficult. It's a human adventure, it's a mechanical adventure. You go as far as you can with your capabilities, and that's what's fun in the Dakar. It makes you question yourself, and makes you go further than where you think you could go.
I was thinking that normally I should throw everything away and say, okay, I'll go back home now. But I was quite surprised that I could each day find the motivation to continue. Yeah.
When you are the driver, and on top of that, when you are quite competitive, you don't want to slow down. You know, you are listening to the co-driver, you try to look about which direction he is telling you to go, but suddenly you have some bumps, some dune, so you are always a little bit scary actually about what could happen. I keep in mind, be calm and try to survive.
So I'm Alex Pesci, and I am the driver of the 351 car at the Dakar 2021. I'm a completely novice driver. It's my second race. The first race was last year in Dakar, so at the beginning people told me I was crazy to do Dakar as the first race, but I proved them wrong. Every day is a challenge. I mean, to finish here every day, after each leg, it's already an achievement. There are people sleeping in the desert because you can still come before the start of the first driver. Sometimes they come at 5 a.m. and at 6 a.m. they start again the next stage. I have no expectations because I have nothing to prove. I just hope that I finish first. In Dakar, you can basically do whatever you want, except that you have to have a minimum weight and a maximum of 400 horsepower. The rest, you decide what you want to do with your car. Our car has a V8 5-liter engine. We wanted something really basic that works from day one to the end of the race. And we are in class T2. It means that it's a prototype car, normally aspirated engine and two-wheel drive. And the main difference between 4x4, we can inflate and deflate the tires from within the dashboard. We are using a new system compared to last year, which is much faster now to inflate and deflate the tires. But you can do it while driving. It's way more difficult than last year. Last year was my first Dakar, my first rally ever. Last year you could improvise sometimes the navigation by following the tracks of the others, but this year it's really difficult. This year it's a step above. One of the shafts on the wheel broke. We don't know why exactly, because I was not doing silly things. I hope they can find what the problem is with the shaft. We will change both of them probably, and we will take some spares, one or two maybe, for the next stage. We don't know, we'll see. It's an adventure. I mean, that's what's nice, because you take a lot of risk. You try to go very fast where you can. But then all of a sudden you have to stop because you are lost, because you have something broken on the car, because you have a flat tire, and I know you lose time. I mean, it's like this, and it's part of the competition, it's part of the fun. The next 2 days we have what we call the marathon stage, where we have no assistance. We have to do the mechanics by ourselves in the evening, so it will be a very long and difficult 2 days. Sand. So you really need to find really a rhythm, and it's like a dance. You dance with the sand, you dance with the dunes, you surf the waves, and it gives you really a feeling of dancing. Competitor is myself, so I need to push myself, I need to be better than myself, basically, to be able to achieve my goal, which is to finish, because I'm not superstitious. I don't put my left socks before the right one or something like that. No, I have nothing, no, not really. Yeah, I call my wife to say that I'm going, and when I finished I call again to say I have arrived. Last year, one day, I could not call my wife because at the start of the stage there was no network. And it bothers me, but this year so far I could call her every day, so it's okay. had a pretty good start next to the beach. So it was really nice. The scenery was beautiful, and we were cruising along. And at some point there was a danger too that somehow we missed on the road book. So I went quite fast in like a hole in on the road, and we hit a big stone, and then the car started to flip 3 times, and we stopped on our wheels. Fortunately, we tried to repair. We tried to put water back in the system, in the engine for the cooling, and then it went directly to the engine. So the engine was broken. But at the end, the mechanics, when they came, they say, no way, the engine is done. First thing you think, it's over. I mean, you think it's over, it's finished, it's done. But after a few minutes, you realize that, okay, you should not give up, and you should try to continue, because when you look at the car, the wheels were still there. We landed on the wheels. The body panels were gone, but the car still looked okay. The front window was shattered. So you think, okay, at the beginning, we done, finished, but then you think, okay, we need to continue. How can we continue? Right after the crash, when we saw that the engine was broken, we said, okay, we can bring it back to the bivouac and try to fix it. But then all of a sudden, we have a guy coming to inspect the car at the beginning. And already when he saw, because the guy, he knows what he's doing, so he already saw the problem with the roll cage. He did some pictures. He said, nah, I don't think so. And then he goes. We continue to work on the car, and then a few hours after, another guy comes and assess the damage. I say, no way, that's it. I should not take anything for granted. I mean, I thought it would be easier, at least as easy as last year, but it was really harder. So I think I should concentrate more on being physically fit to be a better driver at the end.